miscommunication in our everyday lives can lead to serious and profound ramifications for our everyday lives. Recognizing that a language barrier exists is the first step in scaling this language barrier. What exactly is a language barrier? It is when two or more people are talking to each other and they're actually using the same words, but they mean two different things. For example, I've talked to many people, especially in the religious realm, and we're having a conversation and we're using the same words, but we actually mean two different things, so you can't have a productive conversation when that's happening. Today I would like to get my audience, the people that are watching this, to become aware that a language barrier does actually exist many times in our daily conversations. And once we have recognized that a language barrier exists, at that point we can do something to scale that language barrier and make our conversations actually productive. So today I would like to give you some information on the following. What exactly a language barrier is, that a language barrier does actually exist in virtually every area of discourse, and that dealing with the language barrier will actually lead to a better and more efficacious, productive communication between two people. So the first thing I want to emphasize is that a language barrier that I'm talking about is not disinformation. According to Richard Deacon in his book, The Truth Twisters, disinformation is the telling of a half-truth, evasion, pretense, and unjustified assurances or misleading theories. This is not what I'm talking about today. The fact that a language barrier does exist in virtually every field or topic of conversation is beyond dispute. It has been employed extensively in the religious world as well as the political world. Hank Hanegraaff, in his book Kingdom of the Cults, has said that George Orwell's best-selling novel 1984 displays the dangers of redefining common political terms and the dire results that can happen when people don't recognize the doublespeak that is going on. In fact, the perverted semantics of this order can actually lead to slavery if it goes unchallenged. That's the dangers of not recognizing a language barrier and not doing something to rectify it. When reading books, listening to a political speech, watching TV, reading newspapers, we should always be aware of the meanings that the speaker is intending to convey when he or she uses certain words by the background or worldview that they are coming from. James Bjornstad states in his book Counterfeits at the Door, pseudo-Christian religious movements claim to be genuine, true Christianity. They use Christian terms such as God, Jesus, saved, etc., which could easily be construed as being Christian when actually they mean something entirely different by these words. One politician defines rich one way, another politician defines it another. Use the same words, but we mean two different things by it. Once we have defined certain key words and understand what each party means by them, then true and sincere communication can begin. So, in conclusion, the actions that we should take to recognize that a language barrier exists and what we can do to scale that is that an effective communication begins with when one understands that a language barrier could very well exist between two people. Be aware of certain key words in a dialogue. Ask for clarification on these words from other person's perspective. Let the other person know your understanding of these key words. Try and come to an agreement on these words once you've recognized the key words. Do not proceed in the dialogue until there's a clarification on these key words. So today, in conclusion, I want to emphasize that we've learned that there is a language barrier that exists in many of our conversations. We only talk past each other unless we address this language barrier. So scaling the language barrier can lead to open and constructive communications. Thank you for listening.